I finally remembered today that I want to show you how I make my bagels, and kind of a redemption for whoever's watching of my flat bagels, you know, a few videos back. I'm gonna show you like the beautiful real deal ones that I can make and I have made multiple times. So I am using the Farmhouse on Boone's recipe. I'll try to leave that linked for you guys. I'll never get over how fancy I sound saying that, but for real, I will leave that for you guys in case you want to follow along with it, because it's a great recipe. It's been foolproof. I've tried a few different ways, add-ins and stuff, even plain. I think I'm going to do plain ones today, so that will be very good. And I think that's it. My train of thought just went just like that. Yeah, that's all right. So I just fed my starter. I didn't really measure anything. Yesterday I was trying to be ready to make bagels, and of course, like, I leave the house and it peaked and then fell, so I missed the window of time. But this is the flour that I used, all-purpose unbleached flour. I really like the King Arthur brand. And then I just fed my starter. I dumped out probably about half, and then I eyeballed and fed so that it filled up like a third of my jar, because I know that it's gonna rise. So this is my starter. I want to make bagels, if I didn't say that already. So it's already bubbling in there, and then you can see the beautiful bubbles. This, if I know anything about it, it takes like a couple of hours for mine to peak, anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours. So I should be able to have a good rise, and it's nice and warm. So we'll check back in later with my starter. All right, we're about an hour and 10 minutes in, and as you can see, like I said, my starter rises pretty quickly, so it's already on its way to doubling. I'd say in the next like hour and a half, it'll be there. It has been, I think, 2.5 hours, and it's already doubled. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on my recipe before it starts to fall, but it's very bubbly and beautiful. I am gonna do 113 grams of my starter. Then I'm gonna do, it says a cup of water, but in grams, 236 grams of water. $21 grams of honey. Can you put this one back in the cabinet, please? Cabinet. 10 grams of salt.
I can eat this. I can eat that.
It's not to eat right now. Mommy's cooking with it. Also got a dough, what is this, a dough whisk? I don't know the correct term, but I finally had ordered some bannetons, and they're actually silicone, and it came with a couple of accessories. So me starting this journey thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna get anything, use what I have. I have pretty much everything now to make bread. All right, 560 grams of flour. All right, so now I'm going to take this dough, and Lisa, which she's Farmhouse on Boone, she says like the dough is gonna be a little bit tough, but I'm gonna knead this for about 10 minutes. It's very like shaggy right now, but it's gonna end up looking nice and like smooth, and then it will sit for 8 to 12 hours. I'm gonna lean for 8 hours, but I'm just gonna be here kneading away for 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes later, this is what my dough is looking like. So it is nice and combined together. What I'm gonna do, wow, sorry for the heavy breathing, just got a 10-minute arm workout. I am going to put it right back into the same bowl. I'm gonna cover it and then let it proof, I guess, for about 8 hours, and then we'll come back for it later. I figured while we're here, I'll show you what I do with like my starter once I've used it. Sometimes I'll feed it and then stick it in the fridge, and then sometimes, like today, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it in the fridge because I don't plan to use it at least the rest of the week because I have to get more flour. But I'm just gonna wipe down the jar. That's it. I'm gonna wipe down the jar. I put a lid on it, and then it's just gonna go into the fridge until the next time I'm ready to use it. Okay, we're at about 8 hours and my dough has pretty much doubled and a little more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this out onto the counter and then divide it into my bagel shapes. We're getting nighttime, pajama time me, but this is what the dough is looking like. As I said, I'm gonna turn it out here and help it a little out of the bowl. Okay, so I'm gonna break this into 8 pieces here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye, Dr. Everly. I hear you, but I am trying to do something right now. Can you use your stethoscope instead? Where's your stethoscope?
No.
I'm just going to kind of mash these. Is it ouchy?
Yes.
Put a hold. Spin, spin, spin. And down. He's playing doctor right now. That's why I'm not as alarmed. Put it closer to your feet. It'll fit. Slide it down. Yeah. There you go. Now put it. That's her laugh of knowing when she got something that she's been working hard on. I will show you these here. There we go. So I've got 8 bagels. I'm gonna cover these and they're going to rise for 1 to 4 hours. I'll see where I fall because it's about 6 o'clock right now. Probably let them rise about an hour and a half to 2 hours and then I'll be back. Okay, it's been about an hour and a half and these have already, like, I guess almost doubled in size, I'll say, so you can see that they're much more puffy than before. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put brown sugar, and I need to get, let's see, baking soda? It's baking soda. And these two are gonna go into a pot of boiling water. I'm not sure the science behind it. If you read up on Farmhouse on Boone's recipe, you'll probably figure it out. And then I also have my oven preheating. It's gonna go to 425, so that as soon as I put these into the boiling water and take them out, they can just get popped right into the oven and get to baking. All right, we've got some boiling water here. Well, just about to boil. So what I'm gonna do is drop in my bagels 2 at a time and let them boil on each side for about 1 minute. And I did decide kind of last minute, I'm just gonna sprinkle cinnamon on these. I have done them like cinnamon brown sugar style, and they're delicious, but I just don't feel like doing that this time around, so we'll try just straight cinnamon and see how that tastes. And my oven did already heat up to 425, so I'm gonna pop these in the oven for 25 minutes. Her recipe says 20 to 25 minutes, but I found I like 25 minutes every time I've done them, so. And I oh yeah. Alright, there they are. My redemption, I told you, they come out looking beautiful. Look at that, golden. They're perfect. It looks really dark because of the cinnamon that I sprinkled on top, but these look great to me. Oh. Honestly, like the ones that end up the whole like closes up, I don't mind because cream cheese or butter doesn't like fall through. It's honestly easier to spread it on there, so it doesn't bother me, but I guess you could like reinforce it before baking. But they look delicious. I can't wait to have them in the morning and taste how it will be like with just cinnamon sprinkled on top. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching and seeing me bake these today. Like I said, I'll leave the recipe that I used, or probably just Farmhouse on Boone's like website down below. And I hope that you guys give these a try, and I'll see you in another one. Have a great day, great night, great whatever. Goodbye. Well, I failed to mention how I store these. So once they're baked, once they're baked, I let them cool off pretty much completely. And then what I'll do is slice through each one and put them in individual baggies and then put them in the freezer. Once I'm ready to eat them, or if Brandon's ready to eat one, we just take them out of the freezer right away and pop them into the toaster oven, heat them up just like normal, and they still come out delicious. So I'm gonna let these cool here. There's actually like a little bit of time till Brandon comes home, and I asked him if he wouldn't mind bagging these up for me, and I think he's offering to cut them, so thanks, babe. He's gonna take care of that for me because it's getting pretty late here, and I would like to go be on my heating pad. Classic. So that's just my last little 2 cents I forgot to throw in there, is how I store these. That would be helpful information. Pop them in the freezer, like I said, because this is fresh bread. There's no preservatives in it, so it will go bad pretty quickly if they're left out after you bake them for a few days. So the freezer, I found, is the best way. Pre-slice them, take them out, and use them as you eat them. That's all. Good night. Goodbye.